All right, so on the bot is time sensitive. A lot of people don't know this, but the bot is time sensitive. So there's a trade right here. It says period time. That's a 30-minute candles. And this is perfect. The entry that you're going to get in is going to be right on the dot because it gave you the trade at 7:30. So anytime you're on most trades and it happens at the hour or it happens at the half an hour, that's good. Like 15 minutes, if the trade comes out, like right here, the trade came out at 8:29. So you're going to have to look at the entry for this trade. So let's just look at this entry right here. So sell gold 15 minutes. So let's look at that. Sell gold at 15 minutes. So we look at the 15-minute candles and it's saying to sell, and we are on gold, and it tells us when to sell. But you got to notice that that candle was from 8 o'clock to 8:30 is how this candle. So this happened at the end of the candle. So it's telling us to get in for a sale at 1877.67. So 1877.67. So 1877.67 is way up here. So yes, it is going down. It already went down like 50, 60 cents, but the trade could have been anywhere because I was at the end of the 30 minutes or the end of the 15 minutes. Okay. And it will tell you the best spot in the candle to get into the trade. So let's look at something that's kind of more radical. Let's go to 4-hour candles, right? And 4-hour candles will show you exactly what I'm talking about. And let's just find something here. Let's find where a trade is on 4-hour candles. Okay, there's a 4-hour candle and the trade is on this candle right here. So that means that it can basically is calling out a buy. Okay, so it could have been way up here at the top of the candle. It could have been down here. We know that the candle started its first 4 hours right here and it ended right underneath it. But during this journey of a candle, it went up, it went down. It could have went up hundreds of points, 200s of points. And so it's telling us to get in right here. If it tells us exactly on the hour or exactly, let's say this candle starts at 2 o'clock and ends at 6 o'clock. If it tells us that and it starts at 2 o'clock, then we're going to get the entry perfect. But if it gets in 2 hours late, we could be somewhere up here, but it's telling us to really get in the candle down here. So I want you guys to always look at what is the entry when it tells you to get in the trade. The entry is very important. On the longer trades, 30 minutes and up. Now, a 5-minute trade, you don't really have to worry about the entry because that means that in a 5-minute time span, it's been in this entry that is telling you to do. And that's not really a large amount of time that's going to mess you up. But let's say you get into a trade that's, an hour. Let's go to this hour trade right here. Euro USD, an hour trade. And it's telling you to get in. Well, it happened at 6 o'clock. So this is a perfect trade. And then you would just get in because it happens at 6 o'clock. But how about if this hour trade happened at 6:49? That means the candle's been going on for 49 minutes. You're going to have to look at this entry and see it where you're going to get in at in the live market is still a good entry. So I want you guys to start looking at the entries of anything that's over 15 minutes and up. You need to look at the entries. Just don't take the trade. Now, would the trade win anyways? Yeah, it usually always does. So 4 hours, if you would have got in right here, okay, or wherever, right? If you would have stayed in this trade, that's 4 hours. This is 8 hours, 12 hours, 16 hours. So did you win? Yeah, it was going to still win and go up. But in some cases, you might get into a long distance trade, like let's just say an hour and something like this. So let's say this trade right here is an hour trade. And let's say it tells you to get in. This is at 16. So this is at 4 p.m. So let's say it tells you at 4:49 p.m. to get into this trade. Well, it's going to give you the lowest spot it was at in that time frame at 4 o'clock or whenever it went the lowest on the wick. It's going to say that's the best position in this candle to get into this trade. That's what it's telling you, the computer. All right, but let's say it's way up here. Well, if you get in here, did you still win going up? Yeah, you still won because it did go up. Exactly. But if you would have got in down here and then got out up here, would you have won more? Yes, you would. So sometimes, you know, we got to start looking at when it's telling us to get in the trade on the entry level. So let me see if I can see anything else here. And I just wanted to explain to people that, you know, the candle, when it comes out with the trade on the higher time frames, it's going to tell you, you know, the best entry on that candle. So if you look right here, this is telling us that this is a day candle. So each one of these candles is 24 hours. So the bot called out this trade right here. Do you notice if I put this right here and look all the way to the right, that says 3, 2, 4, 7. Well, it should be like 6, 7. The bottom of this is right here. 3, 2, 4, 6, 7.75. You can see it up here, right? So it's telling me to get in there. But for the whole day, let's say that day trade came out and it was somewhere like right here when we got in the trade. Well, that's really from here to here is $340, which means I could have already made $34,000 if I was in this trade when it's telling me to get in the trade, right? Now, if you get in right here, let's just say you got in right here, did we still make money? We got in here and it ended up here when it was going up. Yeah, we still made $65,000. But if we got in all the way at the bottom, how much money will we have made? How much money will we have made? It would have been $96,000. So the better entry you can get in, the better it's going to be for you on the trade. So always remember that with the bot, when you have these entries that are 1 hour, you know, 15 minutes, 30 minutes, the 5 minutes, they're just going to happen. Like if we get a 5 minute right now, I can show you guys how fast that's going to happen. And the 1 minute too, if you get in a 1 minute trade, those are like, you just get in. You don't worry about what the entry is. But sometimes when you get in like this trade right here, this is a 15-minute trade. This candle means it is from 8:15 to 8:30. So if you get in at the last minute, at the 14th minute, that might not be exactly where you want to get in on the trade. So you look at the entry and you say, okay, this is a good trade for me to get in right here, right? Sell gold at 1877.67. So if we look at that, if we go to gold, 18.67, and you're talking about this little area right here. Well, I'm on the day. We want to be on the minutes, so that would be crucial. 1877. What did it say? 187767. So 187767 is right around this area right here. And so then it went down like this, right? So now if we get in the trade again, it's at the same thing, 187767. It's at 6.5 right now. So it's at the same thing that it told us to go down in the first place. But now it's not really a good trade for us anymore. So you have to be careful, okay? What you want to do is get in immediately. Like if you would have got in right here, went down, 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 you would have won, started going back up. You could get in at the same spot, but you don't want to because now it's in the super uptrend and you don't want to take that trade. It wasn't in a super uptrend on the hour. If you look at the hours, it's not in a trend at all. It's hitting this middle line right here. The candles are, so there's no trend. If you look at the 5 minutes, you can see clearly that it's in an uptrend. So be careful with that. That's the different time frames and what you got to look for with the bot. The bot, a lot of people have been understanding it and making a lot of money from it. It's basically like me trading perfect trades with you all day. And that's what you really want as a trader. The reason why I invented it is because I used to trade with people that would make money and then they would trade by themselves, lose money. And it was a repeated cycle. They would call me up and say, man, I'm winning, but I'm losing, I'm winning. So I would just tell them to only trade with me. And so then that means it kind of takes the fun out of their day because it starts getting fun to trade and people want to have fun. But I just want to make money when I'm trading. It's not about fun for me. So a 5-minute trade right here, that means that, 5:25 to 5:30 is where this candle is. So that's why this entry would be right on the point where you're at. Wouldn't be any problem for you to take this trade right here. And then this one right here, same thing. At the 30 is good because that means that the new candle just started and it just told you to take this trade for USD, Euro USD. This one's a little late in the game. It's about 14 minutes out of the 15-minute candle, so you'll be getting in late in the game. Let's see. This one right here, 15-minute candle at 5:45 was a new candle. So you would have been 2 minutes inside of a new candle. This would be good to just jump in. So always look at the time until the 5 minutes. You don't have to look at the time, but the 15 minutes, this is a 15-minute candle. So the candle started off at 4:15 and it ends at 4:30. So you're almost at the end of the candle. So now you got to look at your entry and say, is it still right here when I'm going to get in? If it is, then you can go ahead and rock with that. If not, you don't want to get in. Let's look at a situation right here. This is an hour candle. You're 18 minutes into the candle right now. Now you need to look and see if it's still at a good position for you to enter in that trade. Here goes another hour candle. You're 5 minutes in, no problem. This might be a problem right here. It says sell US 30 hour candles, and you're going to get in this candle at 6:43. So you're 43 minutes in a 60-minute candle. You're going to have to look at this entry and see if it's still here. Who knows what's going to happen for, 43 minutes of this candle. It might be telling you to sell, but this might have already, sold what it was going to sell because it's been selling for 43 minutes at this point, right? This is a 30-minute candle. So then you chop up the time, 6, 6:30, 6:30 to 7. So this is 9 minutes into the candle. Not bad. I'll probably still look at the entry and make sure that it's a good entry. You're really concerned about the 30-minute and the hours. The 15 minutes and the 5 minutes, you're not really worried that much. It's more of those 4 hours and hour candles like this one. This is an hour candle. You're 7 minutes in the hour, no problem. I'm just jumping in. I don't even have to worry about it. I'm so fresh into that candle. But when you're looking at a candle that's super late, like this one right here, this is an hour candle. The bot called out to buy, but the candle's been going on for 27 minutes. So I would need to say, hey, is it close to this entry? That's the good entry. It's been in halfway in this candle for almost a half an hour. It might have already went way up. So you don't want to get in that candle if it already went up and it's so far away. Here goes another one, 28 minutes into an hour candle. You got to look at the entry. So make sure you guys are doing that. From now on, you're looking at the time of the entry, you're comparing it to the candle, and then you're looking at the live trade and where you're going to enter at. So you can make sure you get a good, that's why I put the entry on here. If not, I wouldn't even put the entry. So you need to make sure this entry is where you're getting into the trade, because that would be the best time and you'll be able to win the most money. It still probably can go up or still probably can go down, but it might not do as much as it was going to do that you thought it was going to do. So that's about it on that.